Well, welcome yet to another marketing video for immigration professionals. Today, I have a very special guest right here. We have Adina from Napkin Marketing and Legalwerx Marketing. For those that have been sent this video by a colleague or being referred to this podcast by a colleague and don't know me yet, my name is Slava Apel. I'm the CEO of Startup Visa Services, where we help immigration professionals with entrepreneurial immigration cases and help them in the business file preparation. Once entrepreneurs land in Canada, we help them with commercialization for that business. My personal background, the reason why we are here today, stems from over 20 years of teaching marketing in business incubators and universities. I have published books, received numerous awards from the graphics industry. My goal is to help entrepreneurs thrive in Canada, and that's where we bring in experts in marketing and other industries to speak from their experience. Today, with the help here from Adina, we'll be discussing what are the best ways for legal professionals to get leads for clients. So I'm going to be introducing Adina to you, but please click subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet so you can get access to the non-public videos and more training. Please comment and type of topics you'd like to get more videos on. So without further ado, Adina from Napkin Marketing, Legalwerx Marketing, please tell us a little bit about you, your firm, and your experience.
Absolutely. Thank you, Slava. I'm so excited to be joining your audience here today and joining your network of clients and law firm clients. Napkin Marketing is a digital marketing firm. We're based in Toronto, Canada, and we've been doing digital marketing, web design, SEO for a wide spectrum of businesses for over 12 years. Prior to that, I worked in corporate marketing for big companies that I've told you about, Rogers Media, which is kind of like the AT&T of Canada, and Yahoo. Everybody knows Yahoo or knew Yahoo before the Google days, and worked in corporate marketing with those companies and really brought my expertise to the table to help small and medium-sized businesses and some big businesses with napkin marketing, which I've been doing since 2010. And basically, we help businesses with, we call it the 360 degree of marketing, everything from figuring out their strategy and their marketing roadmap, which tied to their business plan and business roadmap, figuring out their goals, to understanding their target market, who they're trying to reach, and then how they're going to craft that message and that story about their business online and build that customer journey. So everything from how their online presence is, mainly with their website, to visually, aesthetically, is it a website that represents the company and their brand well, to the SEO behind the website. Is Google going to find the website with the search engine keywords and making sure that the SEO is on point, to actually getting the message and the story out there with digital ads, with organic SEO, and sometimes with PR, email marketing, social media. So basically helping businesses take advantage of all the tools in the tool shed, in the toolbox, I should say, maybe the tool shed too, to get their message out there and connect with their target audience. And Legalwerx is our sister company that we started 2 years ago. And the focus of Legalwerx, because we did find we were being approached by many law firm clients, is specifically to focus in on law firm marketing. So we're happy to help businesses and lawyers build up their firms so they can focus on what they do best, which is lawyering, litigation, and consulting and giving great legal advice.
Excellent. And considering that in our previous conversations, you are dealing with both Canadian and non-Canadian legal practitioners, especially in US, where it's so competitive in trying to get that client, you build up a great experience in helping legal professionals doing proper keyword research or training them how to get to that client, which leads me to the very first question. Tell me about the importance of the keyword research. How do they find the right keywords to target the right clients so they don't get clients that are not interested, so they can get clients that are more interested in the services? So can you tell me a little bit from your experience about the keyword research?
an immigration consultant or an immigration lawyer in Toronto who's concerned about their SEO keywords will want to be brainstorming keywords for their immigration practice, such as the obvious ones, starting with something very common and broad like immigration lawyer Toronto or immigration consultant Toronto, of course, replaced with your city here, and then going down to maybe lower volume but niche keywords that might not be searched on a lot, but might still get you clients who are searching for a very specific area. Like, for example, Filipino immigration lawyer Toronto, or insert your city here, Pakistani immigration lawyer Toronto, Persian immigration lawyer Toronto, gay immigration lawyer, Greek immigration lawyer, especially for an area like immigration. People do like to deal within their community, with their cultural and ethnic communities. So surprisingly enough, or not surprisingly, people do search on immigration lawyers, obviously, in their community, because they also will believe that they have experience bringing in people from their home country. As well, getting into more of the keywords such as getting your immigration visa, green card lawyer, Chicago, E1 visa apply in Canada. There's many different keywords that come up, and the easiest way is just starting with Google, typing in immigration lawyer, and just typing in and brainstorming the kind of queries that you think will attract your target market. So the more broad ones are called your broad search terms, so such as immigration lawyer, your city, and the more niche, or called the long tail, are the ones that might not be as searched, but you might want to still show up under, such as ethnic community, immigration lawyer, ethnic community, immigration consultant, such as the ones I mentioned. So what Google ultimately wants is they want to match up the best search result to any customer's query, any user who's using Google. They really want that user to get the optimal search result. What is the optimal search result according to Google? It's going to be a website that reflects the keywords the person is searching for, or answer the question that the person is typing into Google. And what that means for Google is if someone types in refugee application Ontario, or refugee application USA, or US entry visa, permanent resident Canada, immigrating from India, you name it, all of those kind of specific immigration terms or questions that somebody might be researching in Google, Google wants to see that the website, like if they're going to present your website on the first page, that means they want to show that your website has the exact content that someone searched for. So how do you get that content to be recognized by Google? First of all, have the keywords that you want to be found under. So if you want to be a specialist in immigrating from India to Canada, you want to have articles on your website specific to that, specific to the immigration process from India, or permanent resident in Canada. You want to have articles, content on your website related to that. You also want to have SEO built into your website and the keywords built in certain specific places. So it's got to be, there's a section of your website called the meta tags, which is really within the code of your website. It's invisible to humans, but it's a tag to Google. The Google search engine will search the meta tags, which is a certain part of the code of your website. And you want to have those meta tags have certain titles that include, permanent resident lawyer, immigration lawyer, city name, and have those relevant keywords that your target market is searching for in the title and in the meta tags and meta description of your website. So that's known as on-page SEO. The other part, as I mentioned, is the content of your website, having relevant blogs about those topics, about immigration topics. And you want to have the words, the target keywords that you want to be found in Google sprinkled throughout your website. So, for example, if you're offering specific immigration services, entry visas, refugee claims, LMIA, all of those, I'm more familiar obviously with the Canadian immigration services. You want to have those services specifically listed as individual pages of your website. So Google, when they are crawling all the different websites out there, if someone is searching for labor market impact assessment, they come across your page. It's very obvious. It's in the title of the page. There's a specific page about your LMIA or refugee claimant or insert immigration service here page. So that's 3 areas where you want your website to reflect the search terms that people are looking for.
Wonderful. And there's a lot of in-depth knowledge that needs to be done to kind of self-teach, to look up in order for you to become an expert in keyword research. So for example, there's good keywords and there are bad keywords. Bad keyword would be just a single word immigration, because it's wide open.
Yes.
Student immigration, could be business immigration. Well, there's hundreds of immigration styles and hundreds of different countries. So a single word like immigration would be bad. And yet, if you're saying that doing Toronto immigration lawyer, now you're narrowing it down someone that is a local potential client. Or if you're narrowing even more down, Toronto business immigration lawyer, now you're getting to exact persona that you're going after. And it's not just one keyword. Typically, every company should have 20, 40, hundreds of different keywords that they are targeting. So you're not going to become an expert just from saying, hey, I'm going to get my city plus immigration law as the keyword. So go a little bit deeper. So once we got to those words, Adina, next thing, client lands onto the website. So can you tell us more about how do we convert that client? So they are arriving. Some websites are good, some websites are not so good. So how do you develop a great call to action button, call to action, subscription, download? Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So when we work with our lawyer clients, one of the first things we look at is their actual website. Your website is essentially your office in the universe. When people first encounter your business, they might have done a web search, gotten to your website, but think about your website as a salesperson, right? And I know this has been said many times. So everybody knows that they should have a contact us page on their website. And most businesses, most lawyers, their only sales funnel might be a phone number on their website, an email that they expect people to link, copy the email or click on the email and send them an email. And that's essentially the only sales funnel they use. But there's so much more you can do to actually make your website convert, just get leads better, right? So don't only have one sales funnel on your website. So first of all, the first thing is make sure your contact us page has an actual contact form. Don't make it just an email or just a phone number. Most people nowadays do not want to write you an email. It's just too much work. We have to get used to the fact that we're marketing to a society that is exceedingly impatient, has no attention span, is a little bit lazy, and people you want to think about reducing friction and making it as easy as possible for people to get in touch with you and giving them multiple opportunities to do so. So a contact form on your website is one thing. Maybe a lot of people who are visiting your website, they're not ready to become your client yet because they know once they fill out that contact form, they might have a long and expensive meeting with you. Maybe they're not ready to see a lawyer yet. They're just researching. So there could be a long customer journey, for example, for a divorce lawyer before someone's actually ready to have a consultation with a divorce lawyer. They might just be thinking about a divorce. So you want to have some things on there, some, candy, as I call it, for people to get in touch with you and maybe get on your list to be marketed to or to get in touch to be contacted in the future, even if they're not ready to be your client yet, and maybe get on your subscriber list. So offering an ebook download, maybe if you're an immigration consultant, guide to immigrating to Canada or guide to immigrating to the US. Or if you're a family lawyer, guide to divorce law in Ontario or whatever. And, one of the main tools we feature for clients is helping them create ebooks on their website. And the ebooks do tend to lead to client appointments oftentimes. So when we build a website for a lawyer, we offer a few different funnels inside that website where someone can become their client. So there could be a scheduler funnel where they can make an appointment. And there's lots of tools like Calendly, Schedule Once, where you can build in a scheduler on your website where someone can just schedule an appointment, skip your receptionist, skip calling in. People also hate calling nowadays. Another sales funnel is obviously your contact form. Another sales funnel could be the ebook. Another sales funnel can even be like a quiz or a video that people have to sign up to watch. So building your site, it's bad to probably describe it this way, but kind of booby trapping it with a few different sales funnels and a few different opportunities for people to get in touch in an easy way is how you want to do that.
So speaking of sales funnels, there's different types of leads. So can you speak about what are the types of funnels like contacts, downloads, the initial touch points that build awareness versus interest versus gets clients to take a decision or take an action? Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. And I mean, if people are watching on the podcast, I do have a visual of a sales funnel here somewhere. Let's see if I can show it, because it's but basically think about a funnel. I do have a marketing funnel example. So I'll share it on screen and also describe. So basically, you want to have something that leads people in. And there's different types of customers. Some of them, as we call them in marketing, are top of the funnel. And we have all kinds of weird acronyms like TOFU. And top of the funnel people are just maybe thinking about hiring a lawyer, or maybe just researching the different lawyers out there, researching if they even want to get into a litigation situation. There's middle of the funnel people that have decided that they are going to hire a lawyer, and they're now actively contacting different lawyers. And then people at the end of the funnel who are pretty much ready to become your customers. So you need to actually think about leading people down this journey and having things on your website that attract those different kind of people. So this is kind of an example of a funnel. You might have a sales demonstration for people who are more middle of the funnel. You might have an ebook for people, or an article for people who are more top of the funnel. So having things for people, depending on where they're at in their customer journey, is what you want to do, and kind of leading people to the end point, which is becoming your customer. Basically, you want to think about in your website. Your website is a funnel. There's going to be people at different stages of their buying journey with you, and you want to have things built in to lead them to the point where they actually contact you and make an inquiry.
So as we have gone through keyword research, we now have a website that can convert a visitor into potentially taking some sort of action, call you or download something, meaning leaving that fingerprint behind that you can reach out and follow up with them. What is the importance of search engine optimization and utilization of those keywords? So can you talk about how do those keywords versus calls to action versus search engine optimization or SEO tie in together?
Okay, I'm going to do my best here. Okay, so let's start with the keywords. Once you know what keywords you want to be found under, for example, divorce lawyer Ontario, child custody Ontario, child custody Toronto, whatever, child advocate, it's time to apply those keywords to your actual website. So there's three main ways you want to apply keywords and integrate them within your website. And the importance of keywords is Google is basically designed to look for websites that match people's searches and match them in the most relevant way and match them into the best quality way. So to understand keywords in SEO, you also have to understand what is Google doing? What's their objective? So Google is saying, they want to provide, a good customer experience for anyone searching on Google. So if somebody's searching for divorce lawyer Toronto, they want to have the search results reflect, lawyers, but not just every lawyer, but lawyers who have, maybe blogged about the specific topic. If someone's searching for, how do I get custody of my, teenage children, or how do I get custody of my young children? If a lawyer has has a blog post specifically about this topic, Google is going to look at it and go, okay, this is the most relevant search result. So even though there might be like 100 other lawyers in Toronto that have experience in child custody, the one who has made an article about it will come up higher on the search, because Google is saying, okay, well, this person actually has exact relevant content that match this search. And their website also looks pretty legit. Maybe they have a link back from an article where the lawyer got quoted in the Toronto Star or in Law Weekly. Maybe they have, an article, a link back from the Osgoode Hall Law School. So they have a website that has some credibility, has some authority, and has relevance. And the algorithm, the programming behind Google, is designed to show the most relevant, most authoritative websites, and it's determined in many ways with that algorithm. So basically, you want your website to make friends with that algorithm and to be as relevant as possible, and the keywords are the tools to help you do that. So basically, there's 3 things to keep in mind with SEO. You want to have on-page SEO, off-page SEO, and you want to have the technical and the content kind of playing together. So the first thing is, in your website programming, there's a section in every page called the meta tags. That's the programming, the code within your website has to have things like a relevant page title. So your page title should say something like Toronto divorce lawyer, Toronto immigration consultant, Mississauga divorce lawyer, whatever. So you have to have the actual keywords embedded within the code of your website. The second area where the keywords need to show up is actually in the content of the website. So having blog posts, having an actual blog or a news section on your website where you're regularly posting about relevant topics that are related to those searches and related to those keywords. So that's the other on-page SEO. And the third thing is off-page SEO. So and a lot of SEO companies place like too much emphasis on it, and you have to be careful, but basically having links from other websites like business directories, but even more authoritative websites like maybe legal directories where many lawyers are listed, and even articles, press releases that can link back to your website. And what those tell Google is other websites are linking back to this website. This means it's an authoritative website, but you have to be careful because not all links are created equally, and a lot of SEO companies will sell you kind of, as they're called, black hat links, where they're just random links. You don't want to have a million sites from like China and Russia linking back to you. You want to have websites because Google does rank, all the websites in the world according to their domain authority, as they call them. So you want to have high domain authority websites, which is credible, authoritative websites linking back to your site. And when they link back, they also have to mention a keyword. So this could be something like having a listing in a directory where they mention divorce lawyer Toronto. It could be an article on a blog that mentions divorce lawyer Toronto. I don't know why I keep using that example, but having the keywords in the site that links back to you mention the keywords you want to be ranked on. So that's kind of just an overview of on-site and off-site SEO, if that helps.
With the on-site SEO, you have to have great content that shows that you're that authority on the topic, to make sure that other websites link to you, proving that you are that authority. And I'll also chime in there. We keep using non-immigration terms like family law. There is on purpose. if we give you the killer word, the killer phrase, everyone watching this video is going to be just bidding and working on that particular keyword. We don't want that type of competition between the viewers and the listeners. So we keep using adjacent topics, but you can extrapolate from that or have later on a one-on-one conversation or your own research of what is best for you. So moving on to the next thing, video. Would you be including video or testimonials on the website, off the website? Does that help in conversion, in getting those leads coming to your website?
Yes, absolutely. And I think the forward-looking clients and law firms and immigration consultants are already utilizing video. And I definitely encourage all my clients to use video. I'm using video right now, and it's something that, I'm not always 100% comfortable with, but it's something where video is important because, number one, it humanizes you as a professional, especially with something like immigration. People are literally going to be putting their life in your hands as an immigration consultant for you to be helping them immigrate to another country. They're going to be putting your family in their hands. You want to make sure to portray yourself not just as a lawyer or a consultant, but as a human being that someone can relate to, that someone can feel comfortable talking to you about very personal topics, about, someone can be comfortable confiding about their income, about their family situation, about maybe their criminal past. So they're going to be telling you all the personal details of their life. So you want to, first of all, video will help, having a video on your site will help just portray you and help potential customers feel comfortable with you. The second thing is, for a technical reason in SEO, not everybody knows, but YouTube is a child company. Its parent company is Google. And do you know the second most number 2 search engine in the world? Of course, we all know number 1 is Google. Not many people know that this number 2 search engine in the world is YouTube. And people are increasingly searching for any information on YouTube versus Google and starting their search with watching a video, right? And anything from immigration topics, legal topics, real estate, business topics, to personal topics, learning about relationship, learning about parenting, learning how to fix the paint on their house or fix their lawn. YouTube is now almost a competitor to Google as a search engine in itself. Another huge trend right now, not just a trend, but it's established, is TikTok. People are searching on TikTok, and I think we're all familiar with and I think people don't take TikTok and Instagram videos as seriously as they should be as a business means, but a lot of more forward-thinking professionals and business consultants and lawyers are increasingly making TikTok and Instagram content and videos because the audience is there, and it's a great way for you to stand out. So not only that, but for actual SEO, having videos that are tagged with your keywords, that have the title, immigration consultant, and even specific, you can even have videos about specific immigration topics, like how to get your PR, how to start an LMIA, if you're working as a Canadian immigration consultant, or how to immigrate from India, how to immigrate from China, Japan, whatever, making specific videos. They could be short videos about each of the kind of immigration situations and intakes that you get is an amazing strategy to stand out and make your immigration consulting firm stand out.
Great. Now, opinion piece. Considering that you've been working with the legal professionals for a while now, you are helping them generating leads. And you and I kind of have spoken about it. So what is your thought? Should the immigration professionals give free consultation or not based on the lead that is coming in?
I would say yes. Even, plug for me. I also, I still provide free consultations, but I think you have to qualify who you give your consultations to. So don't just, offer free consultations to everyone. that's where, I'm a big fan of online forms, having people fill out a form where they need to qualify themselves a little bit for that consultation. So asking things like, have you started your immigration process? Are you aware that, there's a $500 fee to start the application, things like that, because that could kick out people who are, hey, I'm thinking about immigrating to Canada, but they're really not that serious. They really wouldn't even pay the fee. So, so having an intake form that maybe people fill out in order to get that free consultation, it will eliminate sort of the tire kickers, as we would call them. But I would say, yes, I think free consultation are still a great strategy, but make sure that make people do a little bit of legwork and a little bit of self-qualification by having a proper online form. And that's something we can help with if somebody wants to go that route.
Now, Adina, recently you reached a very important milestone, which is important for those immigration professionals that are here in Canada. You have been certified as Canada Digital Adoption Program Provider. Can you tell us a little bit about that? How did you get that certification? How difficult is it for someone to get certified? What makes you that expert?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've actually, having reached my old age, maybe I'm working in the field for 20 years myself, and working as a digital agency for about 12 years now. Basically, over the years, we not only build websites, execute SEO, help clients with paid ad campaigns, but we also do a lot of strategy work. So helping companies come up with their digital adoption plan, helping them understand what digital technology or software they might want to adopt into their business, and helping create a strategy and a roadmap for that. So having had that experience, we applied to become, as it's called, a CDAP advisor, which is the Canadian Digital Adoption Program. And what that means is we're able to help companies get a grant from the government. First, they have to be eligible, of course, and we can help them determine their eligibility and apply for a grant of up to $15,000, where they get basically a digital adoption plan written for them.
Well, thank you very much. Adina, I'll be leaving your information in video comments and podcast comments, but what is your most preferred way that you would like to hear from the listeners? How would you like?
For sure. So you can definitely contact me. You can actually email me. It's adina@napkinmarketing.com. You can also visit our websites, napkinmarketing.com or legalwerx.com. Feel free to reach out to me by email, or just fill out the contact form on my website.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Adina. For the listeners, for viewers, please click subscribe. You'll get access to more videos like that we don't release just to everyone, to protect your interest. And please comment again what topics you would like to get more videos on. Adina, thank you very much.
Thanks, Slava. It's been great.